Jeff Goodman from Stadium is here. Be sure to check out the Stadium NBA Draft Special tonight at 7:30. Michael Jordan might be an old Bear, but he's still a Bear. And Jeff, regardless of Jordan's status as an outgoing majority owner of the Charlotte Hornets, I am seriously questioning Brandon Miller's basketball IQ at this point, between that commentary and Paul George being his GOAT basketball player. And lo and behold, maybe I'm not alone, because maybe the Hornets are as well, because word around the campfire is now they're leaning more Scoot Henderson at 2. I'm only half joking. But what are you hearing?
You're right.
Am I? Okay.
You're kind of right on this. You are half joking, but from what I've heard from around the league, Brandon Miller's personality and kind of his just being a little bit different hasn't helped him here. I'll give you a story, guys. I sat down with him for about an hour back in November before he started to blow up, and he told me he comes from the same AAU program as Jason Tatum, St. Louis Eagles. And he told me a couple of years ago, first time he met Jason Tatum, he had no idea who he was. And I looked at him, I'm like, come on, man, like, no way. Like, this was like 2, maybe 3 years ago. I had no idea. And I'm just like, I don't know, just some stuff doesn't add up with Brandon Miller off the court. I really like him on the court, to be honest, because he actually reminds me a little bit of Jason Tatum at the same stage, that multi-dimensional, versatile wing. That's what the league is all about right now, where, let's face it, if you're a point guard and you can't shoot, which is Scoot Henderson right now, no matter how athletic, no matter how big, strong, your gear, whatever it is.
Okay.
Generally, they want those versatile wings, but you may be right, Michael. Like, I think this might have cost him not this incident in particular, overall, everything with Brandon Miller and kind of how he is off the court.
So when you combine the tragic shooting incident and his connection with that, and now because it's like, look, man, okay, we're old, you're young. It just comes off as it comes off as ignorance and indifference. I mean, like, okay, Paul George, like, okay, of all the contemporary players, Paul George is your GOAT. Like, it just felt weird. But listen, it doesn't mean he's a bad kid. It doesn't mean he won't be a great player. It just rubbed me the wrong way as a fan, but that's fascinating, Michael, to hear that he might be rubbing people the wrong way in front offices.
Hey, man, you quoted Pulp Fiction with the word around the campfire. I'm going to say Brandon Miller should have effing known better, okay? Just effing known better. Just keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth
Kiss
shut.
Up to the balls.
Nonsense.
Kiss up to the balls.
Listen, stop, dude, stop. Yeah. I'm done with him. I really am. He should not go number 2 over. I don't know, he should try. I said yesterday he should fall out of the lottery. Anyway, let me ask you this, though. Seriously,
you didn't watch YouTube with Michael Jordan? Like, anyway, go ahead.
Tell me some of these process, because I love draft. I'm going to watch draft night. I love draft night, the whole thing. I just love the pageantry of it and the outfits and the commentary and the trades. Who's somebody right there in the middle, number 13, 14, 15, that you're looking at and saying, man, this dude is
next
really
Bam
good.
Adebayo.
People aren't talking about him. Who is that guy? Oh, the next Bam, the next Giannis, who was at 13 as well, I believe, or 15. I mean,
to me, there's a guy that's dropped down. Actually, he played AAU with Brandon Miller, and I remember seeing him a couple of years ago in AAU and thinking, like, he is the prototypical scoring 2 guard, and that's Nick Smith Jr. Came in this year with a huge rep. One of the top guys, was supposed to be a top 5 pick, was never healthy all year, had a knee injury, actually left the team, went to California, rehabbed. Arkansas never thought he was going to come back. He didn't play well, but at least he came back rather than protecting his draft stock. Well, his draft stock has fallen. He's probably going to go in that 15, maybe even to 20 range. And I just feel like nobody has seen the real Nick Smith, the scoring Nick Smith. Again, 6'5", can really get to the basket, great mid-range game, streaky shooter. But again, if he works at it, he'll be able to make shots. Kind of Malik Monk is more athletic, but kind of in that mold a little bit of just a flat-out scorer, wired to score.
Interesting. My favorite story going into the draft, well, actually my second favorite story. I'll get to my favorite in a second. But my second favorite story is the Thompson twins. What's the scouting report on them in terms of how impactful they can both be at the next level?
So here's the deal with them. Obviously, you guys know they went to Overtime Elite because they can get paid a ton of money down there in Georgia. Great training facility. They were the first ones that are going to be drafted here. Twins, 6'7", super, super athletic. Amen is more of the point guard. Asar is more of the wing. They're both great, great defenders, high character, unbelievable kids, all that. What they don't do well is shoot the basketball. Again, if you look at it in that range from like 3 to 8, there's a lot of dudes right now that don't shoot it well. The Thompsons, Scoot, Anthony Black. What worries me about these kids is they're always in the gym. Dave Lato, who coached them, said they go in the gym 4 times a day. You can't keep them out of the gym. Well, 2 years, always in the gym, not really any academics to worry about, and the shot hasn't gotten much better. That scares the hell out of me. Just does.
My favorite story. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Michael.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to pivot.
I want to hear your favorite story. No, we want to hear your favorite story.
Oh, but I'm sorry, it's going to disappoint you because it's the obvious. It's the obvious, and I just want to know your thoughts because I mean this is a watershed moment in NBA history. This is a something like frozen. I mentioned earlier the frozen envelope of Patrick Ewing, or Tim Duncan and the Celtics losing the lottery and Duncan going to the Spurs, or LeBron coming into the league and going to Cleveland. It's like a generational prospect, a can't miss prospect, is about to enter the NBA. And so we think he can, be a very good, if not great or all-time great player right off the bat, even. I guess I'll ask it to you like this, Jeff. What does Victor Wembanyama's entry into the NBA do for the game and for the sport, especially coming off of what former second-round pick Nikola Jokic is doing for the game from a global level and continues to do? Like, what does Victor Wembanyama do for the game, not just for the Spurs, but for the game?
Well, I think, again, we use that term unicorn loosely, right? Like, just kind of throw it around now. This kid is the ultimate unicorn because, again, what he does is 7'4", and being able to run the court, his fluidity, his ability to shoot the ball from deep, put it on the floor. His handle's ridiculous. I just hope he makes San Antonio relevant. I hope we're not. They better surround him with something because they're terrible. I mean, they don't have a lot around him right now. So we'll watch him for Victor. But again, what LeBron did quickly, right? He lived up to the hype, which is insane. And he made Cleveland relevant so quickly with a very, very mediocre group.
Yeah.
Hey Jeff, you mentioned the unicorn. Obviously, the unicorn's going to be in Boston. Marcus Smart is out. I told Michael earlier that he's a polarizing guy. Smart. Where do you stand on this trade, and where did you stand, or do you stand on Smart?
All right, so I heard you guys as I was jumping on, and I love the fact that Marcus Smart will be there for Ja and hopefully hold him accountable. What I don't like is a backcourt with Ja and Marcus Smart, 2 non-shooting guards. That I don't like. I love the culture part of it. I don't like the fit on the court part of it, if that makes sense. For Boston, Brad did a hell of a job. Listen, they moved up 10 spots in the draft right now, which I think will be helpful. They got another pick that who knows, all it takes is one Steph injury, and that Golden State pick could be worth something real next year. And you got Porzingis for Smart, which I probably would have taken straight up because, frankly, Marcus Smart, 3 years, $60 million. You just can't, to me, design an offense that's based all around three-pointers and have 2 guys out there, Robert Williams and Marcus Smart, who can't shoot the ball. Period.
And this guy can do it. And imagine the wide open shots this unicorn gonna be taking. Stadium NBA Draft Special, 7:30. Jeff Goodman and company dropping the knowledge. Brother, man, appreciate you. It is an annual tradition. We gotta get you on more often, Jeff. I feel like it's only the draft.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.